Hello everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. And you know what I like? The fact that I don't have to do this every fucking episode. I have to go in here and be like, hey, I have to click on the mirror transformation. And reset my character. Again. Cause yeah, that got old fast during the first playthrough. Just, oh yeah, by the way, you can already set the default motto. Have fun. Like every single time, practically, it was like, oh yeah, you can be default Canary again. And say, what is the purpose of character customization if you're gonna do that shit? Oh, before we speak to Solus, talk to people, well, Harding anyway. I need to remember what I'm doing. I think we're at the point where basically the game's going to throw us to different areas. It's just going to throw us to different areas. And while we want to, you know, go out and explore, it's just going to be like, eh, you go out to different areas. We might be able to do that, though, too. Maybe not the other one, but that one. Let's go talk to... yeah, Bioware. Over here. We can't go explore anyway, so... Hey. Hey.
Oh, Rook! Hello!
What's up?
I've never seen an illuvian like this before. Not intact, anyways.
I mean, it's a big fucking illusion, too.
Wait, if the magic is feeding back into itself... This thing's self-stabilizing! Sorry, didn't mean to yell.
Oh, it sounds like you drilled on yourself, though, too.
Soon as Illyrium cures, I should be able to fix this. Not entirely sure what will happen when I do. But I can see the flaw in the resonance, so whatever it's supposed to do, it's not currently doing.
Oh, there you go. It's not currently doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, well, the collectibles. Fuck. I remember it now. I remember getting irritated the fuck at the whole collectible system in this game. Because it's fucking stupid as fuck. Because, okay, the problem with the collectible system in this is, well, you don't get everything. So, it's dumb. Because, for example, like, what we initially placed in there is based on, you know, our character choices. Like, we're a dwarf, we're a mage, we're a Teething Crow. Like, it's based on those choices. Like, the same for, like, our Canary Grey Warden. I got different things for that. And because those choices are based on that, and then, like, even what we collect through the gameplay could be, you know, different. It's almost like no two playthroughs are going to be the same. But yet, there's X amount of collectibles. It's so stupid. Because, okay, if there's X amount of collectibles... I better take a jump now. Alright, it's F to jump in this, I forgot. My bad. Just dodge and being on the spacebar key.
Toldar is a tunnel. Vedun gar velos atredum. But Velos Atredum is nothing like Isatunal.
It's a tunnel. I remember. After you touch the dagger, the prayer, the proclamation, it's a tunnel. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
Harding, are you in there?
I'm sorry, what?
What does Isatunal actually mean?
When I say Isatunal, does it mean anything to you? Does it stir anything in you?
Remember, we're a dwarf.
No.
And you're a dwarf. Huh. So that's interesting. Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
Okay. So...
What's important is that you're happy.
Happy? Happy's not it. Whole. Right, maybe. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
The question is, were the dwarves actually around during the time of the Titans? I thought the dwarves came quite a ways after, so since technically the offspring of the Titans. Also, look at. Also, it's weird. Oh no, it's weird actually being in hell with just like. Are there supposed to be spiderwebs with the lighting? I can't tell. There's supposed to be spiderwebs, sort of. But yeah, being in this room with it looking like this, compared to, actually green with stuff growing and all that. Oh yeah, you, buddy. Everything's already upgraded. You can't upgrade it more right now, you fuck. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the other thing I missed my initial weapon stuff. And this will become relevant later. But firstly, apparently those Imperial Weaving here we can collect. And shit. Wee! Like this. Codexes! Fucking codexes. Like I didn't really, do codexes before. I'm not... Wow, that is... So far gold and that, just... Yeah, not much of a reward. Oh well. Would have been more if we waited till later on in the game before opening it. And I can't go up there. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's something I'm supposed to be doing. To enter the library, three pairings must meet face to face. Face to face. No, too that's facing the direction I need to make it face. Unless I have to turn the other way. I have to turn the other way. Nope, that looks fine.
There
Hey,
must
look.
be 2 more.
It's facing face to face. Well, this one should be obvious. Look at all these valuable items I have to turn in.
That's the second. 1 more to go.
Look at this place. We've landed with Bioware in here once. So we changed the filter there were times, and we did. Now the pepper satisfaction will be hard recovering all the Lupians. So if you see us, we'll be looking for you out in this world and the mortal one. Don't cut too much over before I get there. Thanks for explaining, you know, who you are and all that. So this is Valera's room. Valera's not in here right now. Packing list. Stuff. Let's see if I can remember what shit is. Besides his chest. We. I don't know, you know, part of me just wants to, you know, cheat, add all the fucking collectibles. Just cause I know I'm gonna end up getting pissed off again later. Like towards the very end of the game where it's like, you've collected all this stuff. But then there's still gonna be like, I'll look at like the list of armor and shit and be like, well, I'm missing, you know, over 100 things. And it's like, why am I missing over 100 things?
Couldn't be 1 god, it had to be 3.
I think just going solos in that factor. Oh, so I cannot talk to you. Oh well. Do. We.
Okay, that did something.
Whoosh. Oh, let's go open the thing. Hey. This is before we even learned what with do even. They open this thing. Woo, secret passage. We got some decent starting gold. And to be fair, that's about it. I know there's a thing behind that though. I can hear it. It's making grrr noises. But we can't do anything right now. So, oh well. At least we got some starring gold. It's not gonna really matter because we're gonna spend so much more. So much more. Anyway, let's go meditate to reach Solus. So we can tell him, hey. I need a shit ton more collectibles. Remember, we unpacked already, and we can't change how we want decorations yet. We can't access the wardrobe yet. We need to actually claim this room properly and do the thing. Story, advancement. Yay. Ready for more
Back so
bullshit
soon.
retconning story?
It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
But perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. I am, after all, remembered as the god of lies, treachery, and rebellion.
So let's remove your verbal jab at him.
So you're going to be insufferable about it. See, this is the reason nobody likes you.
I led a rebellion for centuries that culminated in the creation of the Veil and the destruction of the Elven Empire.
Okay, this is among the reasons nobody likes you.
My information was accurate. Now you realize that the danger is real.
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
Exactly.
Someone has to do something.
Someone has to do something.
I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
Exactly.
Back in the Crows, I had to deal with the Arntam invasion. One night, I saw a unit getting ready to transport prisoners to another city. It was way too large for us to hit.
But you did so anyway, using unconventional tactics to confuse the Arntam and free the prisoners.
How do you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The Elven gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
So, a reminder, everyone. Basically, Solus put the Blight in a place. Can you guess where that place is? Could it be, you know, the Golden City? Or the Black City? Now, technically. And then Da Vinci Magister somehow, you know, got in and poked it. And that's what caused, you know, all the fucking events in Dragon Age. For, you know, the millennia. The majority of the lore is all just because, you know, the stuff that wasn't actually, you know, canon until this one game, well, we said, hey, you know, let's retcon the entire lore, the entire series. Just with one game. You know, we had to make it work. Because, you know, for some reason, we couldn't just introduce a plot that worked with, you know, existing lore. Nah. We had to change everything. Just to make it work. God, it pisses me off still. Anyway. Can we stop him? How do we stop him? Then we stop him.
I don't understand. Elganon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the Elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the Blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
The Blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elganan and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the Blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at the village, that's them not at full strength?
I like how we're doing
Correct.
question that properly. Like, we should be like, maybe it's because we're a dwarf, right? But even then, even if we were human, I'm pretty sure we still wouldn't question that properly. Because, you know, the whole chantry, the chant of light and all that, about how, basically, the defensive magisters poke the thing, let the light out, doom the whole fucking world, then the Darkspawn, and all that. But here's the thing. Normally, in most cases, the blight is more of a symptom than a cause. Like, okay, but when a blight happens, it's like a natural event. Like, basically, you know, the Darkspawn going to start popping up, and there's an archdemon in play, and all that, right? That's what we consider blight. It's not, you know, an actual living fucking growth. No. It's not an actual living growth. It's basically an event. Well, you know, the Darkspawn basically blight the land. Right? Like it's an entire horde. It's a blight of them. That's what it always felt like it implied, you know? Like there's a blight of Darkspawn upon the land. Not that, you know, the flashy growths and shit were actually a thing for the entire series until now, where it's like, oh, by the way, the Blight's actually a living organism that basically corrupts things. It does this and that. It's like, wait, what? That does not... Since when? Oh, since Veilguard.
The rest of the Blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the Blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
And once again, we still can't question that, you know. Wait a second, then that means the Maker is Atli. It's strongly implied that Solus is the fucking Maker. Which, basically, you know, if you were playing like Andraster and Faithful human, since like Dragon Age Origins, well, your whole religion's just got shit on. Because retcons. I know, right? Like, Liliana would be pissed. The whole... Everything we just did in Inquisitions, like, you know, setting up a new divine, that doesn't fucking matter. You know. Well, I mean, from a political perspective, sure, why not? But from, like, the religious perspective, nope, doesn't matter anymore. Okay. I know I tried to just accept the game, but... Anyway...
What would they need to do to free the Blight? And how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed 2 things, and the Blight is the first? What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
I mean, that's
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted, murderous monsters.
Agreed.
Oh, they
Algernon
will.
and Gillenane
Remember
care
the
little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Algernon and Gillenane.
I'm pretty sure the majority of the Dalish would, because all the Dalish really want is, you know, the whole thing about the Dalish, for the majority of the games, is the fact that they're just basically elves. They just they complain all the time about, you know, this is how things used to be, Shenlin. Back when we elves had control of the Dales and all the thing. We went back to the glory of all the thing. But all of our Lord says the gods did all these things for us. Like, you know, the arts and crafts god, the Hala god. They helped us do all these things. And then, you know, this game's like, no, they didn't. They did bad. That doesn't agree with you know, your lore already withstanding. Like, there's literally codex entries that tell us what the gods did back in the day. No, that's all wrong. Okay.
You want me to pick fights with tyrants and bullies? Sounds fun.
I gave no orders. All I offer are suggestions.
I'm on it. What else?
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Working on
Not
that.
yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
We.
Hey, by the way, remember how you have a wardrobe? Well, now you can wardrobe. Now we can customize and shit. Like shit, man. Shit. So yeah, your wardrobe. Woo. Remember all this locked shit, cause there's so much locked shit. So much locked shit. I'm fine with, you know, collecting the actual items. Like, I sort of just want to unlock, like, all the appearances and shit. Especially for, like, this stuff. Cause, okay, we could change the decor here. You know. Wow, we don't even have anything. We go for a thing, though. You know, that. Fuck. I don't know how to do this. I don't think I could do it from my cheat engine. What even is my cheat engine for this? Boop. Come on, pop up. How's the neighborhood is about to be using? Yeah. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to select Dragon Age the Veilguard here, okay? Yes, keep things. Not unlimited skill points, despite how tempting that might be. The Terror Pointer. Let's see if I can't do that first. Okay, material pointer. Material pointer? Material pointer. Material pointer! Inventory quantity must change to populate pointer. That's unfortunate because I want to do it now. Oh, poo. Okay, how about I push this? Unlock all transmog. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. All transmog, you say? Holy fuck, that actually worked. Problem though is I don't actually unlock all decorations, I don't think. Sally, nope. But I did unlock all transmog, so that's cool. Okay, now if I turn the options to go all back to that. No, it's all unlocked. Okay. Well, that sorts that matter. So we're still going to need, you know, that stuff. Claims, which, you know, play the game and all that. Get the actual weapons for, you know, the potential build ideas and all that. Okay. Now then, one thing else I was curious about. Let's see if I go here to... No, not Dave up there. Dave. Go just to Dave. Dave. Come on, come on. There's a little fucking gnat trying to fly on my screen. Stop that. Dave. Dave. Okay, so let's see. I haven't really saved yet. So what can I do? Collectibles. Grant all appearances. So I could grant all appearances. But what about like you know, that were collectibles? I don't know. Huh. Oh well. At least I follow the transmog plans, I guess that's a good thing. Yeah, this is where it's... Because this is the part that's going to annoy me still, is like the decor. Because, you know, it says at hour 59. But, like, literally, we played through the entire game. We didn't even get anywhere close to 59. Like, that's dumb. That's a fucking flawed system. And I'm gonna have to try my best to ignore it. Even though it's stupid. It's like basically saying anyone who wants 100% this game, yeah, you're fucked. Cause you can't. Because like you can't have access to all that stuff. You only get a fraction of it. And yeah. Anyway. At least we were able to get all this shit. I think I'm still missing 2 helms. Somehow. Even despite doing that. So now I can basically choose things I want. Okay, appearances. Wait, did it? Did it just lock things? What? You're not supposed to do that. That's bullshit. Wow, did it just... Yeah, I think it just locked those things back. So hey, despite having, you know, X amount of things unlocked, we've now locked some things back. Wow. That's a bit dumb. Whoop, yep. It's like, yeah, some of them were just like, hey, because of the way you clicked on these things, they're now just gonna be locked. It's dumb. And which ones I clicked on, which ones I haven't. So yeah, by the way, yeah, we've locked all the silver shit back here for some weird reason. Actually, I need that. Probably gonna have to, you know, redo this because, you know, that whole stupid locking my shit back up thing. Not cool, bro. Not cool. Yeah, right now I'm making sure we've clicked on, you know, everything. The only problem though is, yeah, it's locking things back up because reasons, which, you know, probably dumb reasons. Dumb reasons I don't want to deal with. But yeah, look at that. Look at all that stuff. Really locked up. Look at all this. Look at all that. That's just locked back up. Oh, so that didn't even apply to, you know, that shit. Just our shit. But yeah, it's like, hey, we had all that unlocked, and now we don't. Cause that's dumb. Where's my testing save? Override the testing save. Okay, let's do that again. The problem though is most cheat engine things, you sort of have to usually restart the game afterwards to reapply things. Because it gets a bit testy about using the same data that's already been modified. But let's try again. Unlock ultra and small items. So, for example, if I go back here, hey, look, we have everything unlocked. Okay, if I start poking shit, is it gonna fucking lock back up again? No, it's not. Isn't that fucking great? I don't know why I decided to do that the first fucking time. Cause that was not cool, brah. Okay, so you know what? Well, we still have this active this time, instead of just turning it off. Let's actually decide on what we actually want to fucking will. How about that, before we potentially get things locking up? So let's see. We are Fentive and Crow, right? So you're thinking, yeah, you know, maybe we go with the usual thing. Because we're not, you know, big, bulky, Grey Warden. Big bulk. God, those shoulders. And remember, you gotta get these in multiple colors. I'm not gonna lie, this Unity cloak and even is not bad. I like it. Their touch silver, right? I mean, they'll touched everything. I'm not gonna lie, that one though looks actually not bad. The Silverite's not bad. I do like the Silverite colors. That's just how it's just default. Back of air jumpers. So I think some of this would only work if you were that, you know, background. Why you wouldn't be able to get them, which, you know, as I mentioned, is a dumb system. Hey, we gonna lock that thing. I mean, to be fair, that's not bad. The straw man. Oh. Oh, yeah. Well, that's a thing. Maybe not this character. Tempting, though. Wee. Tape physics. I don't like... It powers my symmetry. Oh yeah, that one has those shoulders, ugh. Not the worst. I mean, I like it, but it's, you know, not really an armor-y thing. Oh, good over veiny, though. We gotta show some skin. Woo. Apparently you didn't have that one actually unlocked. Now you do. Urgh. You got an apron and shit. Ooh, not gonna lie. Sort of like that. Sort of like that. It sort of works for us as a mage. I mean, I guess it's still Friday for fucking Dalish. The plumage of the Mad Crow, though. I mean, here's the thing. If we're gonna go Crow, probably something like that. Oh god, the plate of the paragon. Yay, titty armor. Power of the Departed, it's still... I still don't like it. Pale drapery, I mean, it's not bad. Not bad. Weird fucking shoulders, though. But not bad. Good thing is there's no relocking shit. And then we have your citizen stuff. Your citizen stuff. Oh, I think I skipped these ones. Here's the thing, the Orchestrator's long coat. I also like that one. Not bad. Until I see Judicator's playing. Paragon's Resolve, and that's not the worst either, honestly. Look at that. Not bad. Hunting Plumage. Hunting Plumage compared to that. Things I don't really like that shoulder. And this one here works better in my opinion. Anyway, continuing onwards, Attitude. Garb of Kinship. The Grey Warden. More Grey Warden. This one's, it's not bad. Less bulky ass shoulders though. Ooh. I mean, that's not bad. And then we got Executioner's Flume. Yes. Like, okay. Okay, everyone. Executioner's Flume. Honey Plumage. Where's that one at? Shit, I've lost it. The fuck did you go? Like, okay, that one there was not bad. Don't get me wrong. And, you know, Plumage of the Mad Crow is not bad. But Plumage of the Mad Crow compared to Executioner's Flume. Yeah, it's like, it's just basically is a much more elegant, fancy version of it. And I can work with that. That's a bit much, not gonna lie. Like, okay, this is not bad. But yeah, that. Anyway, let's go through the rest. Just to make sure we have every fucking thing. Oh, I have 2 of those. Why is there... Okay, so yeah. But seriously, now we're seeing another problem, is there's variants of apparently the armor that we probably wouldn't have ended up with. So this is gonna take a while. That's not bad. Just tell you we're wearing a coat on top of our coat. But we're not gonna wear a coat fully, it's just gonna be on top of our coat. Look at our medals and shit. Yes, we are a commanding officer. Yes. Not gonna lie, this crested armor here is not bad either. It's pretty nice. Shows a bit much, though. It's a bit much. I got up for hours decorate levers. Like Arlethan's Fall, it's pretty whatever. Arlethan's Fall, Arlethan. It's like it's an entire different set. And yeah, I mean, if you want to run it around like that, wee, and then you know our regular stuff. Okay, so here's the thing. A reminder: I still really like the Spectre's Batter's Pass armor. It's pretty fucking great. But if we're going to say my favorite armor, it's probably that. Not going to lie. Not that one. That one that was not bad. Not bad. But yeah. Then casual will. What do I want for casual will? Oh, I was actually putting on, you know, the potential stuff that would actually work at the top hill. And if you have that right there, it's probably the most casual. Casual. I'm not gonna lie, that would fit for casual. Make her clipping in some scenes. Or we could always use, you know, this for casual. But that's just silly. I might just go with that one. Yeah, that's a bit much for casual, so yeah. Okay, what we got for hats? Oh, how we have to go touch everything again. Let's see what we got. We got Circle of Awe. Meh. That helm. Meh. Now here's the thing. There's a high chance we're just gonna hide helm, but what else we got? No. 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 Urgh. Oh, mage, remember? Urgh. Grr. Oh, at least we get to see helms this time instead of being, you know, 200 fucking tattoo head things. The hell is that? Yeah, well, and Antiva. Corvid collie mask. Sure, why not? Brrr. I do not know what to think of that one. Brrr. 'Cause here's the thing. There's one problem with that. Our eyes are down here, right? So how are we supposed to see anything out of that? To be fair, this gives me, what's that game? It gives me Murder, Death, Kill vibes. MDK. I don't think the first MDK was by Bioware. I know the second one, I think, was technically Bioware. Of course, no one really remembers that game or series or whatever. Those are just weird looking. I don't like them. Yeah, sure, no. That's not the worst. Not gonna lie. Now that's just weird, because it's like, okay. It looks like a Grey Warden helm, and then you add the Griffin aspect of these little tiny ear things. It's like, that just makes it look silly, though. That one's still weird. That one would work with that one armor. And only that one armor. No. No. See, now this right here. Look at this. This isn't bad compared to... What the fuck is that? Like, that just looks derpy as shit. This looks like a proper Grey Warden helm. That is... that's just silly. That's not a bad helmet either. And then you have, you know, your variants of it, which honestly, it's not bad. Not bad. No. So you have his betrayal. Then you have his betrayal. Brrr. Then you have his betrayal. What's up? Not gonna lie, this one feels a lot better than that one. Oh. I mean, I'm not against that hat. I mean, it's not the worst hat. Sort of wish I had a hat, though, that would show off, you know, it's my hair. It's just something simple. The fuck is that? The fuck am I even looking at? No. I'm not gonna lie, pirate hat. It's not the worst. I think I'm gonna have to bird, though. I think I'm gonna have to bird. I think I'm gonna have to bird. I mean, our character's nice, but we are now bird person. Aha. Okay. Let's see what we have for weapons. Here's the thing, it doesn't really matter for this, so... 'cause I'm not gonna be using this the majority of the game, probably. I'm not gonna be using a staff. But what do we have? We have... eh. It's not the worst looking thing. I guess that one. Oh, I think honestly, if it had to be any of these. If it had to be any of these, it would probably be... I mean, it'd probably be that. Now for the fun part, sticks. Okay, so there's like a basic ass stick. Meh. 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 Yeah, this is our basic stick that we tried adding through, you know, means, and it was like, no. Yeah. I mean, hey, if we want red lyrium. Ooh. I'm not against that, but honestly, if I was gonna use that, I'd wield it probably in that style. You know, it's weird that they have, like, you know, the material things, but then other ones are like, hey, this is like the country thing, the fashion thing, instead of the material. Wait. Huh. That almost looks like a staff hammer. I could work with a staff hammer. I can't lie, I could work with a staff hammer. Whoa. That almost looks like a Veilguard stick, in a way. No. Wait. Anyone else seeing a problem here? So Veilseeker does not look like the same. That looks like a winged staff, doesn't it? Exactly. Anyway, out of all these things, I think I liked back here with the Scorch Staff. This one here with the slash, right? Because it looks like it works with us. Everite looks more like a, well, actually, Everite? Yeah, Everite, actually. Upon those, they're very similar. There's more of the purpose that goes before, you know, crow thing than that one. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to turn off to unlock auto transmog options. And hopefully, we stay this way. Because not gonna lie, it's pretty great. Okay, just in case though, you know. Testing, override. So how long have I been recording for? Shit, a fucking hour and I haven't done anything. Wow. Good job, man. Part is fine now. That's fine now. So I wish we had more things to put places, but oh well. Oh yeah, I can't do this now. Yeah, we can't do this now. Well, shit. Anyway, let's go talk about Eric. Hey, Eric.
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demeter's crossing.
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed.
I get fair
You've
promotion.
got to take point on this.
I don't want your job.
I didn't come in here trying to take your job, Varric.
I know you didn't. But it's what the team needs right now.
You sure? Harding got hurt because she listened to me.
Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? I watched you pick apart an entire Antom patrol in Treviso. They outnumbered you 20 to 1.
They were overconfident. I took advantage.
Which no one else did. Crows didn't appreciate the heat it brought down, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
There is something. Demeter's crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You took him back to the Veil Jumpers.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solus and the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
Your old friend is kind of an asshole, Varric.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall while the two of you get into it. Solus fought a rebellion against Elgar'nan and Gillenane. He didn't want to be a god. But he's also a lot older and more powerful than any of us. He looks at us like we're toddlers.
So how do I deal with him?
Well, act like you're as smart as he is, and he'll be insufferable. Show him you respect his age and experience, and he'll remind you he's just a man. Honestly,
Built man.
Pick whichever of those pisses you off less.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
But, you know, he won't accept that it's his fault.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know.
Yeah,
Might be
we'll go
worth talking to her.
Will
we
do.
need to have contact and
Thanks,
meet
Varric.
people and all
Anytime.
that. And then, recruit a team. We consult with a team.
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful.
I spent probably too long in here. We don't actually own any of the items yet. We're just using the appearances. Alright, we can change the monument. We don't really have any monuments. Shit. Neat.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Or Nev.
Yeah, they're still here. But you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Ballara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows. We've got you. But if one assassin's good,
Why not two? You have someone in mind?
your most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
Oh, the demon's a legend. I've always wanted to meet him.
Happy to help. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. There's been fewer stories in recent years, but your bosses would know.
The Talons? They're gonna give me an earful.
If you want to look elsewhere,
I'll set up a meeting. What else?
a trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter Authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
So, another thing that sort of bothers me, but this could be said about, probably 90% of the games out there, is okay, you know what, we're going over all that customization. How some of the outfits were, the same outfit but different variants of colors. Why not just have like a ability to color the armor? Like seriously, is it that hard to have like, this armor, but you can, go to like the colors for it and change the colors? Yeah. It's like why I never went. It's why I preferred Saints Row over Grand Theft Auto. It's like Grand Theft Auto is like you bought a shirt, but I can't really do much about it. It's like you bought a shirt. Like sure, it has might have the different, the same shirt with like different decals and maybe a different color, but you don't really change it. It's like that's dumb. Then you go to like Saints Row and it's like, you bought a shirt. Well, here's how you can change all the colors. Oh, and if we want to really talk about decent ideas, let's go back to Saints Row 2. Well, you bought a shirt. Well, how do you want to wear the shirt? Do you want to wear the shirt tucked in, unbuttoned, buttoned, this way, that way, these colors, that style? Like, Saints Row 2 is probably the most forward-thinking game on customization. At least one of them. And the fucking problem is, they forgot all about that shit. Like, going to 3 and 4, it's like, wait, you forgot about how to wheel things properly. Like, I've been playing, the reboot again, which... from a story perspective, I still don't like the reboot. I still don't like it. Cause, well... It's like Veilguard here. Well, you know... unlike Veilguard, it's open with the whole fact that it's literally, you know, basically a reboot. It's literally, and then we changed everything. Have fun. Veilguard is literally, we're continuing the story, but, and we're not continuing the story. We're changing the story completely to fit the story that we decided to change to. Which basically is more of a problem than I would say the Saints Row reboot, because literally, that's just a reboot. It's like, you know it's going to be changes. This is just, we're going from our existing story to, we fucked everything up to make this work. Yeah. So I would say the Saints Row reboot's actually better than this. And that's a hard statement, though. Because, like, the thing is, playing through the reboot again, yeah, there's still issues, crashes. I know it's a bug with, like, weapon stuff, weapon challenges on a few things, which is unfortunate. But still, it's been fun. I'm not sure I'm going to go back and try to record the reboot again. Because I remember getting angry at a few things in that one. But now that I understand how systems work, and it's been a while, and there's, you know, all the DLC and shit, it's not the worst game. Like, it's no 3, it's no 4. And it's, God knows, no 2. So it's still at the bottom of the list. But in terms of systems in that, like, it's got some systems that rival Saints Row 2 in terms of customization. Which is nice. Like, I'd say the systems are almost better than 3 and 4's in terms of customization. And until you get to, like, you know, the weapons. Weapons, 4 was the best. Not gonna lie, 4 was the best in terms of customization for weapons. Like, 3 had good ideas. It's like, I know we're supposed to be focusing on Veilguard, but I'm just having, you know, one of my random ass rants right now. That doesn't pertain at all to the game, but yeah. Anyway.
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
We could have been one, too. But I didn't feel like Shadows. I felt like either between Crows or, you know, Navarran thing.
I get the feeling you have a lot of dramatic stories.
1 or 2.
So, we talked to the Crows in Antiva and the Shadow Dragons in Mirathas.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
Yeah, but my main point bringing this up is customization. Like, it's the whole thing about, like, this game has, you know, a decent system, but it's flawed as fuck. Because it's not a bad idea. In hindsight, you know. It's not a bad idea. Like, okay, so you have your, you know, you have all these things you can unlock, and then you can just transmog over things. Which is cool. I like that. Because it's definitely better than, well, we have to craft this armor and that armor. And, you know, all this other stuff. All the crafting. And the buying and all that. And then, you know, while we did have, you know, the ability to change some of the colors depending on the material we threw at. But at the same time, we were still limited as fuck. But in a way, we actually had more options in terms of customization, in terms of color, than this. Because, yeah, this is the armor you get. You don't get to change colors or anything. There's armor, have fun. What's that, you want to wear armor for function? Well, hell, you can have this part of your armor to actually look like this the entire time. And not wear something stupid. That's good. By the way, can you actually unlock all the customization in one playthrough? No. Can you unlock all the customization in all playthroughs? No. That's dumb. Yeah.
Don't have anything for you, or did you just miss me?
I don't know. My mind's a bit scrambled. And then I think we just go back and talk to Valara now. Also journal. So we need to go find a way to Traversio. And we need to go back to Darktown. Also a reminder, everyone. We're probably going to want to focus the majority of our rep gain on one or the other, because I may have to cheat that, because, you know, a certain story element is going to happen, and we're going to be locked off from certain vendors. And being locked off from certain vendors, even though technically we can access some of the stuff in the crossroads, some of the stuff we can't access. And it's just going to be like, well, you didn't get it in time. Because, you know, you didn't somehow fully match your rep out before a certain story event happened, which, you know, is almost impossible to do unless you're literally grinding every little tiny fracture vase or splinter and trade them in constantly. But yeah, you'd have to do that so many times just to make enough to trade in, to get enough rep, before, you know, a certain point in the game where it's just like, oh, well, you no longer have access to this stuff, and it's gone. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say my major issue with this game, besides, well, the retconning, I hate the retconning. It's why we gave this game such a low score. Because, I mean, parts of it are fun. Combat's fine. Customization, But yeah. There are parts of this game that are fun. There's parts of the dialogue that I like. It's just, like, I like the side stories with the characters, mostly. Tasha's are still bad, But one of my major issues is the fact that, you know, this game does not respect you as a person trying to 100% this game. Like, if you're trying to 100% this game does not respect you at all. Because it's just like, oh, no, you don't get all that stuff. And then you're just going to sit there the entire time being like, why did I get all this stuff? Like, why am I still missing X decorations? It's just because the game's like that. Which is a dick move, I know. And like how even some of the armor and stuff was literally fucking RNG. Where it's like, okay, so you might end up with this armor over that armor. It's like, what? Exactly. It's dumb. Why is it so dumb?
Almost there. I just have to... Shit! Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I got it. Mostly. Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion.
Way.
There you have it.
So now we gotta go to the crossroads.
What is that place?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Illuvian could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Vir of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
If that is the Fade on the other side, won't it be dangerous? As the Fade often is.
More dangerous than elven gods who wield the Blight as a weapon?
Point taken.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Illuvians meet.
The crossroads.
A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solus. I wonder if it's the same.
Yeah, Trespasser DLC.
It is alike, and it is not.
Hi. What's up?
Either you found some way to get into the lighthouse without us seeing, or you've been here all along. Not sure which one worries me more.
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths. A new journey. Through there. I will wait.
Okay, bye.
Well, can't tell if that's a trap or not. But we're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more... sad.
Just because something's sad doesn't mean it isn't dangerous.
Exactly.
I can think of an example or two that proves that.
And we still don't know what this Illuvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
So basically,
Just
our
tell us when you're
excuse
ready to
for
go, Rook.
having
and
only
then we
two
can figure out
people.
what's going on.
At least for now, our excuse. So here's the thing, probably going to have Lucian in our party for the majority of the game. Trying to think who else I want, because you know, the game really wants you to do that whole warrior, mage, rogue thing. The problem though is, unlike in Inquisition where you could have, you know, your party members fill those roles with you being wherever, this one you sort of have to fill one of those roles yourself. And the problem though is with your abilities, yeah, playing off the strengths of others, like, you know, this ability does this, applies this, and then you need someone to detonate that. Or you need someone to apply that so you can detonate that. Yeah. Anyway, you know, for a party, I think I'm fine with those two. Here's where, you know, my previous experiences with Veilguard come into play, and part of me's like, even though I know we're probably safe, probably no longer an issue, I'm still going to save, and we'll start that next time, because, you know, it's just how, you know, how it feels after the last time we did this with the whole, what's that, you loaded a save anywhere other than the lighthouse, and now it no longer works? Yeah. So we're going to make, you know, proper save here. And since, you know, we wasted an hour and 30 minutes, well, I'd say we actually accomplished stuff in 30 minutes, but we wasted an hour just rambling and, you know, dicking around with customization and stuff. Also, I like how, you know, the bird's head's not going to show uphill. But anywhere else, like, behind helmet conversations is probably the smart thing to have it on. But yeah, like, but I want to see how that looks in conversations. And remember that only really applies to elsewhere than the lighthouse, where we're not wearing our casual shit. Oh, we're gonna have to get so much shit though, just so we can, you know, do things. And I like how we have, technically, we have an ice ability. We have a fire ability. And then we have our lightning ability that actually does things. Because, like, it feels weird because these ones are just, you know, cooldowns. Which, that's a fucking minute cooldown. And then this one, which is just, hey, this one actually costs mana and doesn't really have a cooldown other than, you know, the mana cost. Anyway, so next time we actually start doing shit again. Yay. I might end up recording to you tonight. It's almost 2 a.m. Yeah, that should be fine. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all, and have a nice day.